Ladies and gentlemen, continuing our exploration of percent yield, theoretical yield, and our new discussion of limiting reactants. Here's a question that might show up on your next test. Looks like a test question from our last test. Give a complete balanced equation for the double replacement reaction of, and guys, I just write down the ions. When I hear double replacement, I'm just writing down ions. We got to know our ions every test until we're finished with chemistry, which should be never, because chemistry is part of your life. Oh, it's getting profound. All right, I need a formula for potassium sulfate now. K2, SO4, reacting with the formula for silver nitrate, please. Yeah. And states. Oh, I should have said with states. I'm sorry. With. Now he says it. Okay. I'm sorry? Oh, it is at the end of the sentence with states. Okay. All right. Not pulling a fast one here. Oh, we got one more copy for the gentleman here. On video. There you go. You don't have to sit there. Okay. And what states is anything with potassium in it? Or look at the sulfate rules. I don't think there's potassium rules. Sulfate rules. What's it say? Oh, we don't have it. Trust me. Sulfates don't form precipitates with potassium. So what are you going to write? Aqueous. Anything with a nitrate. Aqueous. You guys have figured out now that in a double replacement reaction, the reactants are always aqueous, right? You mix two solutions together. Just remember every double replacement you ever did in a lab. A homogeneous solution and a homogeneous solution. Aqueous. And mix and match your cations with your anions in the other sequence. Cation first. K, NO3. And how many AGs and how many SO4s? 2 AGs and an SO4. And SO4 was red. Hey, guys, you really don't need the solubility chart now. You know KNO3 is not a precipitate, correct? Anything with NO3, never a precipitate. Therefore, and for that reason, the other one must be the precipitate. There you go. And I think sulfate rules say if silver is present, it's going to be a precipitate. And is it balanced? Balancing's last. Notice, I'm doing it like a 141 student. I'm going to put the balancing right there. You need to know it was done last. It's in the video. I'm doing it last. And what numbers do I put and where? Is this, no, two numbers and they're the same, right? But that doesn't help you. I need input. Excellent. She said place 2 in front of AG nitrate. And that's 2 NO3s now. So we got to fix it on the right side. And you're done. Sometimes they're easy, aren't they? Okay. So steps, formula weights, potassium sulfate. I can't read that far, and potassium's not in my memory bank. So what periodic table formula weight for potassium? So 0.7 on my period, and I will always use my periodic table, 4 sig figs. Grams per mole. I don't need the units until the end. And remember, we're talking about potassium sulfate. If you're like me and you don't remember what you're talking about by writing it down, you're going to get them backwards. That's K times 2 plus 32.06. I'm guessing. Is it 07 or 06 for sulfur? 07. And 09. Maybe I was thinking about sulfur, huh? There you go. Thank you for catching that before we did the math. And 4 times 16.00. That'll be grams per mole when we're done. Okay, you guys are doing that. I got 48. I got 70, 80, and wow, 23. No. 174.5. 0.25. And since we're on formula weights, let's do the silver nitrate one. Big silver, 107.9. Is my memory any good on that? I need help. Oh, yeah, you got one. Units at the end. That's 1 silver and 1 nitrogen, 14.007. Or 07, sorry. Is that right? Maybe not. 0.01. I should be embarrassed by that one. Organic chemist. Had a little brain fart on nitrogen. Not good. I can see the hate mail coming. 3 times 16.00. 48, 62, 169-ish. But I need the real answer. $69.81 grams. 91. I'm having 9 troubles today, huh? Grams per mole. Nice. So that did that. Now step 2 for each one. Grams of the substance to moles of the substance. Okay. Grams of the substance. 1.234 grams. Something that gets rid of grams and gets me to moles. We did that work. It is 174.25 grams for every 1 mole. And the next one was 2.345 grams times 1 mole for every 169.91 grams. And I'll await your answer. Mole. Top one first, please. 0.008. 0.00708.178. And that is mole. And this one down here, 0.00. Not quite double that one, and the other one's a similar mass. It's going to be a 0.013. 0.013. That's guessing. Don't ever listen to that.
0.013.
Oh, wow.
80142.
Mole. And don't forget, the first one is moles of potassium sulfate. Second one is moles of silver nitrate. And then it says go from moles of potassium sulfate to moles PPT. Moles of substance 1 to moles of substance 2. It is time for what? Oh, my excitement is lost. Going from moles of substance 1 to moles of substance 2 means it's time for what? Coefficient. That's what I wanted to hear. Coefficients in purple. We can do it right over here. I gotta get rid of moles K2SO4 and get moles of PPT. Which one's the PPT? Is it the potassium nitrate that's dissolved in water? No, precipitates don't dissolve in water. It's the silver sulfate. And we make one of those, 1 mole silver sulfate for 1 mole potassium sulfate. I went up here. There's a 1 here. I don't see it, but I know it's there. And there's a 1 here. I don't see it, but I know it's there. And that's math that I can get right for sure. Mole PPT. And this one times 1 mole PPT for every 2 mole. There's 2 in front of AgNO3. We're talking about AgNO3. And I'll try to do my best. Oh, this is hard. 1, 2. Why it changed colors? That's amazing. Okay, 2 and O5. I'm not even going to try anymore. I will await. 0069 0071 mole PPT. Why is this now the only relevant moles precipitate present? Smaller. Gives theoretical yield. Not the yield, theoretical short form TH. And means AgNO3 is the blank blank. What's the blank blank again? Do I have to tell you what's going to happen to the one that makes the smaller amount of precipitate? It's the one that runs out. And she said it. She said limiting reactant. Need something fancy. Limiting reactant. Limiting reactant. Okay. So we're told that we have a certain amount of precipitate that's formed with an O, that's an I. I think that's a New York accent. I don't know. No, that's more Boston, isn't it? Formed. I'm sorry. I won't talk about that. What is the percent yield? You can't compare grams to moles to get a percent. You have to have the units the same. You have 2 choices, everybody. You can make the moles into grams and then do the division grams over grams. Or you can make the grams into moles and do moles over moles. And there's no one that's shorter this time. They both involve the same amount of work. And they both involve the formula weight of the precipitate, don't they? Yeah, I can't go from grams to moles or moles to grams without the formula weight. So Ag2SO4FW. 2 times 107.9 plus 32.07 plus 4 times 16.00. I will await your answer. 214, 246. 4. It's over 300. 208. No, I don't know. It's over 300.
300 is 11.87.
Grams per mole. Now, do you want to use that to get rid of grams here and make it moles? Or to get rid of moles here and make it grams? She liked going to moles on the gram. So you take your 0.6543 grams times 1 mole, 311.87 grams. Give me a number for that. You're going to get a very low percent yield. It's okay. How many moles do we get? 3.2, like 0.002?
0.00209.
And that is the actual percent. Therefore, remember how to do it? Actual What you got over what you could have got. Moles over moles. What you could have got. 0.0069. Yes, a little under 33%. It's not as terrible as I thought. It is a pretty low percent yield, though. And I go out on the limb and say 30 point something. No, that's too limish. I will await your answer.
34.
Give me one more sig fig. Final answer. 40%. When in doubt, 4 sig figs for your final answer. There you go. This question was really geared towards the final answer. I mean, you could argue you should round this to 4 sig figs and round this to 4 sig figs. But they were intermediate numbers, weren't they? On the way. That's the one I'll grade for sig figs right there. Big picture. Make sure you copy everything down. It's a triple. I'm going to give you a few minutes if you haven't got it all down. Triple activity. I won't make the video run.